Hey everyone, it's Desy Cheng, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Hollyland Lark M1 wireless microphone system. Full disclosure, Hollyland did send me this unit to review, however they don't get to see this video before it gets published, and everything I'm going to say is going to be based on my honest opinion. This thing retails for around $150 and in terms of size, it's actually a little bit similar to the Airpods case, but it's just, a little bit bigger, and it doesn't really fit into a pant pocket, but it'll definitely fit into a jacket pocket. The unit is small and compact and comes in this carry case. And the great thing about it is you can also put in this carry case all of your cables. It does come with a USB charging cable as well as two audio cables, one for your camera and the other one for your smartphone. And it also does come with two wind sockets, and that's to kind of reduce the wind noise if you're shooting outdoors. So I'm using the Lark M1 microphone right now, as well as throughout the entire video, just so you can kind of get a sense and kind of listen to the audio quality and see how it sounds. In terms of post-production, I'm not doing any kind of audio adjustments or filters or anything like that. So what you're hearing right now is literally what's going to come straight into the camera. In terms of battery life, you do get about 8 hours of use with these guys. And when you're using it with the case, you get about 20 hours. On the receiver, there are 3 levels of audio volume that you can adjust. This is the low setting. And right now, this is the medium setting. And right now, this is the high setting. Unfortunately, there is no display, so you can see if you're on a high, medium, or low setting. So you're just gonna have to kind of guess, or you can kind of take a look at your audio levels on your camera to see which setting you're at. I did wish that there was some kind of indicator that would show me if it was a high, medium, or low setting, but maybe the Lark M2 would have that. As for the audio quality, it does sample in 48 Hz 16-bit, and it does have an omnidirectional mic. So the great thing about that is whether you're talking over here or here or here or here, you get relatively a microphone that just kind of picks up everything. I know that with one of the mics that I've reviewed in the past, it was more of a directional mic. So if I talked like away from the microphone, it was quite a bit different than me talking right directly into the microphone. But as I'm kind of talking left and right, the variance shouldn't be too different. They do claim that you can shoot up to 200 meters or 650 feet. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 49, 8, 82. So right now I'm about 100 feet away from the camera, and this is just to test out the audio quality as well as the distance and the range to see how it works in an open space environment. So quick note regarding the range of these. After doing my tests in a commercial building atmosphere, when I had the building there, it barely kind of went right at 40 to 45 feet. You can kind of hear it start to crackle and break up. And then definitely when I was at 100 feet, it was pretty much unusable. However, when I went into more of an open area environment, when I was just kind of like at a school playground or park, you could definitely hear me, and I was 100% fine at 100 feet. But I did notice that as I was walking away from camera, walking to that 100 feet area, same thing around that 50-foot mark, you can kind of hear it breaking up a little bit. So the one note to thing is that if you're purchasing these mics to shoot at really, really long range distances, I wouldn't say that these are 100% reliable. However, I mean, most of the times I feel like no one's going to be shooting that far anyways. But if you are shooting just somewhere within that 20-foot range, you'll be 100% fine. And like most of these other microphones, it does have a mono or a stereo option. And most of the times I'll be shooting in a mono scenario where you would just kind of it would be mixing the audio. So even if you had 2 different microphones, it would just be, sounding like as if it's a blended audio track, whether I'm talking from here or whether I'm talking from here. It would just kind of sound like it's all together. And if you do press and hold the mode button on the receiver for about 9 seconds, it does turn into stereo mode. And so you should have separate tracks on your left and your right. So I could be talking over here in this one, and another person could be talking over in this one. And so you would have 2 separate kind of audio tracks, and it won't be blended. And lastly, it does have a one-click noise cancellation feature. Right now I put my fan on, and so you can kind of hear that humming in the background. And if I click it once, there, I should have activated the noise cancellation right now. And so yeah, this is what I kind of sound like with the noise cancellation on. I prefer not to shoot in this mode just because It does kind of affect the audio quality of my voice, but that's just me and my personal preference. So two other small features that I really do like about this is number one, the windscreen. It's very, very easy to put on. It fits like a glove and it takes like 1 to 2 seconds. You don't have to fidget with it or line anything up. It just kind of fits on really easily. The second thing I really like about this is that they're like AirPods. You don't have to turn these things on and off. There is a manual on-off switch if you need to, but essentially once you pull these out of the case, they turn on. And once you kind of put them back into the case, they're just either in sleep mode or they're off. But yeah, you never really have to, it's just one extra step that you save from turning things on and off and on and off. You don't have to do that with this. So there are a couple things I do want to point out that I feel like could be improved if they made an M2 version. The first thing is the branding. The Hollyland logo is so big and prominent right here. I wish that they had something a little bit more discreet, but an easy fix is just to throw on some black tape over top of it. The second thing I feel like could be improved is on the receiver. There is no display, there's no screen. You can't really see anything other than the green or the blue lights. And I feel like it should have a small, tiny display. Just something is better than nothing. And the final thing is that on these transmitters, it's clip only. I wish it had a magnetic piece so that I could, attach it a little bit further down on the shirt or anything like that. But with the clip only, you have to kind of have it right where the collar is or anywhere where you can kind of clip it, which kind of limits things in a way. There are some mics that have the magnetic feature, which I really, really like. Anyways, I feel like this is a fantastic budget wireless microphone system. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see me do more of these, please like and subscribe, and definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Desy31.